So let's make a comparison of our monthly earnings breakdown for because we've been able to collect data for 2 years, 2024 and 2025. We've been able to collect this data, and I think it's been pretty consistent because from 2024, I think the fuel and subsidy, whatever, has just become more relaxed, or rather more stable. So there wasn't too much jump. So we want to do this comparison for two reasons. Number one, it's to help us to understand how we've improved based on our systems, right? Maybe our work patterns, or our work days, things like that. It will help us understand if there's actually an improvement. And secondly, it will also help us understand which months of these 2 years have been consistently good. That way you will also keep that in mind to know which months to actually put in the work, because you're definitely going to get the best out of it. All right, so let's get into it. January of 2024, we made 142. January of 2025, we made 214. February 2024, 171. February 2025, 192. It's in the 1-1 area. So, all right. March 2024, we have 188. And March 2025, we have 266. That's a very, very large gap. Not very, very, but pretty large. April 2024, 167. And April 2025, 227. Okay. May 2024, we have 275. May 2025, I hope I didn't say that wrong. May 2024, we have 275, and May 2025, yeah, we have 295. That was pretty close, but I think it's just a difference of 20K. So that means the month of May is pretty consistent. And then June 2024, we have 283. That's actually the highest so far. And then June 2025, we have 396. Also the highest so far. Then let's go to July. In 2024, we had 187. And in 2025 of July, we have 227. Seems like all the number from 2025 is bigger, literally subtly looking for something that is bigger on 2024 but not 2025. Anyway, moving on. August of 2024, we had 100K. Yeah, I vividly remember this month. What a horrible month it was. August 2025 was 204. Okay. September of 2024, we had 197. September of 2025, we have 263. October 2024, we have 231. October 2025, we have 308. Impressive. If I do say so myself. Impressive. November 2024, we have 267. November 2025, we have 335. Nowhere close. And then December of 2024, we have 328. December 2025, we have 345. Okay. From all indication, it looks like it's a no-brainer. It's pretty obvious that we did so much better in 2025. And in 2025, our system was pretty straightforward. It was very, very consistent. It was just 2 days of work. In 2024, I think for the first quarter, uh, anyway, more than 3 months, maybe first four months, I would say. There was a system I tried to incorporate, which was the 3 days um, in a week work days. It was Wednesday, Friday, then Sunday. Okay, and then another thing again was when I was working in 2024, my weekday work was not usually Friday. It was usually Wednesday. Actually, I preferred Wednesday. Like this was after the first 4 months when I decided, you know what, I'm just going to be doing 2 days in a week. I picked out Wednesday because for whatever reason I like the idea of, I work on Sunday and then Wednesday or even Tuesday sometime. I go to work and then I rest the entire week till Sunday again. It was towards the end of the year that I then reinstituted or rediscovered that Friday might be better. Friday might be good. Once or twice I tried Friday, then I realized, Friday, since I work in the evenings, Friday is the weekend or the start of the weekend. And a lot of people would be going out for parties and all that, understanding that the next day is, it's a free day for them. It's a no work day for them. So definitely that plays a role, definitely, right? So that was when I really instituted the Friday thing. Friday and Sunday has to be. And this doesn't necessarily mean that every single Friday was very good. I just realized it had the higher probability or higher chance of being good due to the movement of people around that time period. So going into 2025, I was very, very solid on my work days. I wasn't jittering. I wasn't trying out new things or anything. I stuck to Fridays and Sundays. In another video, I'm going to further explain why it has to be two, like why three did not work. Because I had done three at the start of 2024, but that didn't work out. So it had to be two for me. I'm going to further digress on, buttress why it had to be 2 working days. Okay? And then secondly, from our analysis, it's clear that May and June are actually very, very good months. Ordinarily I'd always stuck with December as being one of the best, and I still think it is. Except for 2025. In 2025, our highest profit was in June, not December. Surprisingly so. I made the highest amount I've ever made. Okay, no, that wasn't December. But I was actually very, very surprised at June. It was so smooth. I didn't understand why June specifically, but apparently May and June seem very good in both years. So when we come around May and June, get your driving kits on because you're going to be making some very good returns. January, as you can imagine, it's not very good. I really wasn't surprised. But I think in 2024 of January, I didn't really work all 4 weeks. I think I was out on holiday, so I started maybe in the 3rd week or 2nd week, something like that. There was just 3 Sundays I worked in January. February was kind of a dry month. It is dry because of this, there is the fasting period, right? The Ramadan, yes. They start the fasting and, well, it's kind of slow, truly. I guess, well, if you're hungry, you wouldn't want to move that much and you wouldn't want to engage yourself. So just be at home until evening. And then in March, well, I guess things started to pick up in March because both years there was definitely some kind of a jump upward. And April 2024 there was a dip. 2025 it was also a dip. Yeah, in April it was a dip in both years. Then May went up, and June even higher. Then July we started to drop again, and August, I've always said, is always the worst month in ride sharing in my experience, like worse than even January. Whatever reason eludes me. But I think what I've been able to gather is because the children are out on holidays. So when they're out on holidays, well, not a lot happens. September starts to climb again. October climbs even higher in both years. November even higher, and December is like the peak. But for 2025, our highest was in June. In 2024, it was in December. So yeah, that's our analysis for today. So keep these in mind as you work, yeah? So don't expect the most kind of thing in a month where you're not, well, supposed to be expecting it. If you have a slow month, if you are having a slow day or something, look out for what month that is and understand, oh yeah, okay. That explains a lot. Do you understand, okay? You don't have to expect too much because people's movement is, that's what the business is all about. If people are not moving, then you're not making profit. So yeah, focus on that. All right, see you in the next one.